Hello and welcome to Full Frame Profits. If it's your first time here, I'd like to welcome you. My name is Leroy Tatamy. I am a photographer and I do portraits, commercial photography, and volume photography. Today I have with me a very special friend, a friend from a long time, seems like. It hasn't been really that long.
Well, it's been it's longer than I think. It's a lot longer than I thought.
Yeah. So we met back at
171.
171.
Yeah,
so
sure enough.
You're getting started in your journey.
Yeah.
This is Mr. Brandon Fontenot. I'll make it official. I know I didn't say that, but this is Mr. Brandon Fontenot. He has quite the resume. He has been a CrossFit level 1 coach. Now you're a level 2 coach. He's participated in the CrossFit Games. So he's actually one of the most fittest people in the entire world. He's up there with LeBron James and all the people you watch on TV. He's that fit.
Yeah, in the CrossFit world.
In the CrossFit world.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think that's the only word that matters when it comes to fitness.
That's correct.
So
that's correct.
I don't think there's anything tougher.
That's actually functional. That's actually you can use in your everyday life.
Yeah. So I'll let him tell you a little bit about himself, and then we'll kind of get this thing rolling.
Yeah. Thank you, Leroy, for having me. I started the CrossFit journey I guess my health and wellness journey about probably 10 years ago. And then I was an avid runner. I ran a pretty good bit. And then I had some issues with a knee issue. And so I decided to step into the CrossFit world. And didn't really do much prior to that. Just worked all the time, got married just like normal life. Mm-hmm. You know, got married, had kids, and next thing you know, life passes you by and so does your health. Yeah. And I got in the CrossFit world and decided, it always intrigued me to inspire, to have other people go that I could help. And I was never really highly educated. You know, I always didn't want to deal with people. Growing up, you'd see people who were fake, who were trying to sell you something that they didn't really know nothing about. Right. They were just doing their job, which, I mean, you can't blame them, but you were always curious if they actually cared about what they were doing or if they were just doing it for a paycheck. Yeah. So that's where the health and wellness came in, is where I could help people. And, I coached at another gym for a year or two, and never really was always scared to take that leap of faith into my own business, because I had prior incidents. You know, I never was not an entrepreneur. You know, in my business paths prior to that weren't really the best. So what was the first business you tried? I had I had JBF Construction. Okay. I had a dozer and a track co business. So I was an operator. I was building whatever somebody would want build. I'd clear lands, house pads, build roads. Tear down. Demolition, those were the easy ones. Someone reached out to me one time, asked me if I could subdivide a piece of land for them, and it was in Reeves, so it was like 40 acres they wanted subdivided, and they were going to build roads through it and have a cul-de-sac. And they were like, "Can you do a cul-de-sac?" Well, I'm from Reeves, in the country. I didn't even know what a cul-de-sac was, but I was like, "Yeah, I'll do it." Well, I had to come to Lake Charles to see what a cul-de-sac was, but I was in that for a while. But I never would hire anyone, because I always was nervous for someone else to work for me. Mm-hmm. And to represent me. Right, because it's your name. Yeah, and so that's all I had. And then I was always nervous. My whole life I've always tried to please people. Mm-hmm. I always wanted to please everyone. I guess that's due to some childhood stuff. But I never would bid a job. So I worked every job by the hour. Oh, gotcha. And so because I was too nervous that I was going to lose money. I figured by the hour I would still make money, but really in turn I was losing money. And so then that's whenever I ended up getting a permanent job with the railroad, and that's what pays the bills. Yeah. And then not long after that, opened up Open Gym with Ben, another partner. So Open Gym, tell us a little bit about Open Gym, because I feel like you have changed so many lives through Open Gym. And both spiritually and physically, and that's where the outlook towards things were. Because when me and Ben went into business, we opened up open gym in a small facility. Our whole intentions was neither one of us quitting our full jobs. It was just something that we could do. We actually started it just for a place for us to work out at, and if people came, they came. We started off super small, something that we could pay the note on, the equipment and the building between two of us, and if people came, it would just help. It would help pay for some of the bill.
And boy, did they come.
And they came. Yeah, we were in a small facility, probably about 1,500 square feet, and it was a year of COVID. So we always said that year that we went through so much that year that if we survived that year, we could survive any year.
Yeah.
Because that was the year we opened up. COVID hit about a month. COVID was about a month after we opened up, and then Hurricane Laura hit. Mm-hmm. And then that's whenever we lost a member to a drunk driver, and we were sued that same year. But with all that being said, the whole time we had people steadily coming in. We have, some that's come and gone since. They've, they didn't really, they've gone on to other things. And but then we've gained a lot more. We have also moved into a bigger facility now. Yeah. In Moss Bluff, 3 times the size as what we were before.
I feel like OG has the boomerang effect. You might go try something else, but when you see, do you notice a lot of people come back?
No, I see that, and it's kind of, that's one of the things is with the beginning of this fitness journey, and it's a journey. It's just like we talk about this being a faith-based podcast. It's more or less like your Christian journey. It's you have so many different churches. There's so many different ways that the Lord can be seen. So many ways the Lord can be heard, and that's the same thing with, I'm going to tie them together with our gym. Is if you don't like our gym or if you don't like what we're doing, that's fine. I just would like to see you do something. Yeah. I mean, if you want to go to I would rather see a fitness facility on every street corner. Right. I know that's competition. People are like, well, that's competitive. Yeah. I don't think of it. Your health is not competitive. It's just no different than your Christian walk. Right. Your churches don't need to compete with we all got the same Savior. That's true. It's the same thing with the fitness regimen. It's just whatever fits that person. Some people don't like the high intensity that we do as CrossFit. Yeah. Some people, it gets hot in our facility. We just just down home, you just sweat it out and go about your day. It isn't nothing pretty about it. And so that's the reason why some of them that may leave, they may never come back because they get in air conditioning and they're like, I don't want to get back in that heat. Yeah. But then a lot of people do come back because it's more than just a fitness facility. It becomes a community. Yeah. And that's the biggest part, is the community of the family. Yeah.
I don't know if you ever noticed, but I'm kind of like, during the summer, you don't really see me that much. And I bet you that's like subconsciously, that's probably the reason why. And then when the winter hits, I'm usually like, and I always thought it was because I was so used to training for basketball. And like the summers was more relaxed for basketball players. So then when about October, September hits, it's time to get in that basketball mind. So like, I think that's still kind of ingrained in me. Like, hey, it's time to. So, and then I'm guessing holidays are coming. I'm like, bro, I want to ball out. Yeah. So a little bit of that.
It's the same thing goes with, New Year's resolutions. Summertime, school. You have these peaks and the valleys and I can go back and get data that actually supports each one of those seasons.
So when people are more in a routine lifestyle, they're more apt to stay consistent with the gym.
Well, and that's the reason why a lot of times people, with me, and I have to do the same thing. I have to sign up for everything. Meaning I sign up for 5Ks, marathons, half marathons, CrossFit events. And if it's fitness, I'd like to do it, and it isn't it just keeps me training for something. Yeah.
So the last one you did, I believe it was Ainsley's Angels?
Yes, the Ainsley's Angels.
So tell me a little bit about what that is and like, why do you keep going back? Because you've been doing that for...
I did it for we've actually pushed Little Nate the last 3 years. So yeah. And then that was actually the second run I ever did when I started my fitness journey. Because of what you're doing it more, it's well beyond you and yourself. You see, it's Angels. Angels is an organization. What do you call them?
Down syndrome.
Well, it's any kind of special needs.
Oh, any kind of
any special needs that they support that they're wheelchair bound, or someone that they can't operate for themselves, and it's a foundation for them, and it's a very good foundation. It's late in the evenings, and if you want to go, it's something I could never speak what the actual feeling is about that. When you get there, you'll see what I'm talking about. It's just an experience. You see this, and there's so much more. When you think that you have struggles in life, but yet you're able to push someone because they cannot do it on their own, you know that your struggles aren't anything. They're just...
It kind of changes their perspective.
Oh, for sure. It lightens up your load.
Yeah.
A lot.
That's incredible. So that's probably something that's probably the missing piece that I've had in my journey, is not signing up for anything.
Yeah, and that's where a lot of people, I try to push that, and I'm all about, if someone wants to do, I'm going to try to make it, even if I'm not signed up for it, I'm going, because I love that. I like, Quinn, one of our members, whenever he signs up he went and did a marathon in Houston, and me and another member loaded up, went to Houston just to support him. Yeah. Just because show how proud we are of those people for actually stepping out of a comfort zone, but they train for this throughout. Yeah. And this is just we're never going to be, star athletes in anything. But we're able to stay moving and we're inspiring other people when we do that. Yeah. And when people see it, another thing, going back to a Christian side of it, is when you see someone that's running on the side of the road for a marathon, or competing at the CrossFit Games, or competing in a CrossFit competition, there's somebody out there that's watching that is inspired by that.
Oh, 100%.
So that's the same thing goes with our Christian walk. Whether we walk the right way or the wrong way, there's someone out there watching. Yeah. And I don't care, I'm not going to sit here and, I don't care what religion you are. I mean, I'm a Christian. I believe in Christ, Jesus Christ, my Lord and Savior. I go to a church in Moss Bluff, but that church is just a building. Right, right. That church does nothing. It helps me. A lot of people used to tell me all the time, you go to church, you think you're better than me. And by far, I know that I'm not, because that's why I go to church. It's just to kind of get that little bit of rejuvenation for the week. Yeah. Same thing with the gym. It's like you can have a membership to a gym, and it ain't gonna do you any good unless you go in it and get something out of it. Right, right. Same thing with a church. You can be a member of a church, but if you just go there just to appease the people that are there, you're not going to get anything out of that. Yeah. It's not osmosis. When you get in there, it's not going to just stuck onto you. And
I think that's one of the things that I love the most about OG when I'm there. It's got a spirit, like a peaceful spirit there, a spirit of like care. So like, I don't know, hopefully I don't watch the videos when I'm by myself in there, because sometimes I'm running and I'm singing and I'm worshiping.
But you're not the only one that does that.
So
there's other people.
I thought I was crazy, but like, sometimes in those hardest moments during the workout is when I feel the closest to God.
Oh, definitely.
Because I'm like, you got to help me, man.
Well, not only that, that's your week. You're in your week. Is when I would run marathons, I never would run with music. So, because that was the biggest, I was the closest, and I could really, I feel like, I never could understand when someone says, I'm speaking to the Lord. Yeah. I'm like, how you speak to someone that's not in front of you. Right. And I never could understand all that. But when you're running, or if you're in a deep spot like you were talking about in a workout, your mind's just going places. Yeah. So you need something, and you're looking for that, and that's when you can kind of you're at your most vulnerable state, and you can kind of just you start really get intimate with the Lord. Yeah, because it's like it get dark, you're like, man, only way I can do this is with your help. Yeah, for sure. Like so, but no, that's what Kristen, my wife. George, she always said that we've always prayed that the Lord would bring people to the gym that He would want there. There's sometimes, there's people that's came and gone that we're like, okay, well, sometimes you're like, man, I wish they wouldn't have left, but it's out of our control. Yeah, if they came and gone. So. It was just a season. Yeah, the season, and the Lord just knew that wasn't their time for them to be there right now. Yeah, yeah. Speaking of your kids, you have two incredible kids. Yeah, very good kids. We're thankful for you letting them hang out with us and work with us throughout their adolescence. Yeah, well, Gage worked for you for how many years? Before he was driving, I know that for sure. So he might have been like 13
14,
until he was
13,
18
14.
years old, right at 18.
So 14, 18. I think if he wouldn't have left,
Yeah, he would probably still be.
he'd probably still be here, or we'd be trying to figure out a different role for him.
Yeah, but he would, because he left when he before he left to go to the basic, he stayed with you for about 2 weeks before he went to basics.
Mm-hmm.
And then Caitlin, she's been with y'all for still
since before she had a license too. She was with us when we had 4 kids.
Yeah.
No, 5.
I don't even know how many.
She
I
came.
can't keep up with y'all.
She came when we had Luca.
Okay.
So we had 6.
Okay.
No, Jackson was little. I don't know. She's been there a while.
Yeah. Yeah.
She's pretty much a family member. She has her own line items on the grocery list. She told me the other day, "Is that turkey bacon?" I was like, "Yeah." She's like, "I don't want that." So now I have to make sure I get pig bacon, like pig bacon for curated.
Yeah. She
high end.
She's something.
So, but yeah, we thank you for letting them work with us and be
we're
part of our
thankful
life.
for you and y'all's family.
They have been great inspirations to my children. So don't worry about that. That's just the GoPro.
Okay.
They have been great inspirations to our kids, and I couldn't imagine anybody else kind of bring like.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
You know, I could teach my kids so much, but they have to receive a little bit of it from osmosis through people, through their peers. And I tell you what, Caitlin has been a really good person for able to be around.
Yeah, I would agree. Yeah, that's what we, me and Kristen look back, and you know, we always say we were blessed to have the children we have, and you know, we were pretty strict on raising them. I mean, we were kind of like old-fashioned, old school, respectful. Still are a little bit in ways, but we also now we're to the point where we've raised them, and now whatever path they decide to make is the path they're going to take, and we just hope it's the best path.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to have any trouble with either one of them.
Yeah, sometimes you want them to have a little bumps in the roads, just because we kind of grow over bruises.
Yeah, and Caitlin, she had a scare recently, and then I was like talking to her, and I was like, man, the devil meant what happened to you for bad.
Yeah.
But God made it 1,000,000 times better.
For sure.
I said, you came out of this way better than you went in.
I'm telling you.
And,
yeah, that was something. She was nervous about that, and we were excited how that all turned out.
Yeah. So every time I see her, I'd be like, you better thank God for that.
Exactly.
Because she always is so grateful for everything.
Yeah.
But like to see God do that for her, to take it from that to,
for sure.
I'm going to call her, no one will do it. She always had a vehicle. She never was without. You guys made sure.
Yeah.
She didn't like the Mercedes, so she drove the
Kristen's car.
Yeah, so she drove Mom's car, and then lo and behold, the Lord had something very, very special for her.
Yeah, and it worked out better than I ever thought it would.
Better than anybody thought.
Yeah.
So we're excited for her on that, and
then she starts cosmetology school in a couple months.
Yeah, October. So where can we find you? Where can we connect with you?
You can. I'm on Facebook, any social media, Facebook and on Instagram. I have my own site, my own page, and we also have Open Gym Strength and Conditioning. Okay. You can, there in Moss Bluff, you can look that up. And if you're interested in any kind of fitness facility, you can come try us out. Do anything you want to do. We are free on Saturdays. And if you want to just try a class for a couple of weeks, you can come try a class for a couple of weeks just to see if you like it or not.
And then on Instagram, what is it?
JBF779. I don't even know why I've got that. I'm not social media savvy.
It works.
Yeah. So that was actually JBF779 at yahoo.com. That's my email.
Oh, yeah. So if y'all need to get him on email,
there you
go. But yeah, so if you just heard this offer for Open Gym, if you don't take this offer, shame on you. Yeah. This is a great opportunity. You're going to connect with some amazing people. You're going to learn stuff about yourself that you never knew. I am a walking testimonial that OG changed the way that I actually approach fitness.
We've had a lot of people come up to us before and say, hey, we want to get in shape before we come to your gym.
Oh.
And I want to ask you, did you get saved before you went to church?
Right. That's so true. That's so good. That's so true.
Yeah, and you just let that sink in because you didn't. It's our facility is for at any age of fitness.
Yeah.
I mean, from the lowest to the most oldest to the youngest.
That's it. No matter, and then there's modification for
modification for everything, and it's functional movements. It's something you're going to do every day. Somebody says, "Well, I don't need to squat." Well, my first question is how you get off the toilet.
Yeah. So that's it. So yeah. But good. But yeah, I can't echo enough what you said. I want to thank you for coming in today. Thanks
dude,
for sitting down.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for being part of this.
This is awesome.
And I guess we'll have to get Ben here soon.
Yeah.
So we can talk to him. And yeah, thanks.
Sounds good. Appreciate it, dude.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Cool.